We see all the time, especially when it comes to the woke mainstream sports media, that people, even though they continue to fail time and time again, even though every opportunity they have, they squander it. It's a disaster. They will continue to get promoted. They'll continue to get hired. They'll continue to get positions. They'll continue to get opportunities. Maybe it has something to do with their skin color. Maybe it has something to do with their gender or their sexuality or their political leanings. Well, in the case of Jemele Hill, she absolutely falls into that category. A person who has failed everywhere she's been. It doesn't matter if she's talking about sports. It doesn't matter if she's talking about politics. It doesn't matter if she's publishing a book. All she does is fail. Yet she continues to get opportunities because she is a woke lunatic. Jemele Hill's memoir sells only 5,034 copies. Jemele Hill, who has millions of followers on social media. Jemele Hill, who was put on Oprah's must-read list, who had all these fluff pieces in the New York Times, barely breaks 5,000 copies sold. Yet another pathetic failure to add to the list. And I wanted to go over here to Outkick. Jemele Hill's new book has sold just 5,000 copies, proving to be her latest epic failure. Hill told Deadspin she hoped the memoir would propel her into a best-selling author, a feat she was confident she'd reach. Yet the book hasn't come close. Uphill has sold just 5,000 copies since its October release, according to the publisher. The sales for the memoir are on par with self-published cookbooks from aspiring authors who write as a side hustle, and Hill is a full-time seasoned journalist. The former ESPN host tell-all failed to crack the top 200 on Apple Books, the New York Times, or USA Today. Specifically, Uphill peaked at 2,961st on the Amazon charts. The failures of Hill's memoir further affirm the disconnect between social media and reality. Her popularity on social media clearly doesn't translate to viewers, listeners, or readers. Her last two programs, SC6 on ESPN and Won't Stick to Sports on Vice TV, were canceled for well below average ratings. Her podcast on Spotify does not register in the top 200 titles. It's a dud. And her new book sold fewer copies from October to December than the 2015 children's book Spooky Pookie. Congrats on Pookie on longevity. This is something that we've come to expect from people in the woke mainstream media. They might get these jobs at ESPN. They might get a big audience, a big potential audience to speak to. But in reality, their words don't resonate with people. Jemele Hill is an insane lunatic. There are so few people in this country that actually agree with what she's saying. It's laughable. It's why no one watches her programming. It's why no one buys her books. Now, maybe she can go on social media and say something woke and say something, call some white man racist, see racism everywhere she fucking looks, and she might get a couple thousand likes, because that's where the woke lunatics hang out, the people with pronouns in their bios, these freaks who are afraid to show their actual faces in society, who no one takes seriously, who have no spending power, who don't actually care about sports, they just care about virtue signaling. But it is clear that Jemele Hill's brand is not effective, that this does not work, that people despise her, and now she is yet another failure that she can hang her hat on. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.